Hi, I'm Cassie. Welcome to today's Forever Fit class. Today's focus will be on abdominals and glutes. I think that these are very important muscles for strengthening your core and reducing pain. And then partway through class, we'll be getting down on the floor to just deepen some of these stretches and strengthening moves. So stand with your hands on your hips, and we'll just start by loosening up the pelvis and the low back. Very good. Now think about your pelvis as opposed to the top of your torso. Just start by squeezing your bottom, and then that brings your tailbone under, and release, and just arch your back as if you were sticking your butt out. I say this is more of the duck position, and this is more of a tail, a dog with its tail between its legs. Okay, and let's keep going. If our pelvis is tight, it can cause so many problems in our low back or those nerves going down your legs. Inhale, exhale. Really, anytime you've lost mobility in any part of your brain, of your body, you're going to, any part of your brain. At least somebody's listening. Anytime you lose mobility, it can lead to pain. So stay fully mobile and just do these daily maintenance classes every day. As we warm up, you might be wanting to deepen the stretches, so involve the arms, involve your head a little more. And chances are you've already started that without me telling you. Inhale, exhale. Tucking the chin. Lift your shoulders just a little bit. Opening the upper back. Moving those elbows forward. Good. And up. I have kind of a lot of mobility in my spine, so it might look like I'm leaning over from the hips when I'm actually just curving my vertebra. And that understanding will get better as you get more body aware. And so far, we're really just moving without any force. Just slowly moving. We're not tightening any muscles. All right, let's do this nice curve, this relaxed forward roll of the spine. And then exhale and reach one arm across. Pull your stomach in while you're here and hold it there. And then let's release that side and do the other. But don't release your stomach muscles. Keep pulling them in. Good, we'll roll up. Good. Now let's practice the vacuum. The vacuum can be done standing, seated, on your back, on the floor, or on your knees. Let's just pull your belly button in towards your spine. And from the side, I'm going to lift my ribs and just push or suck in as much of my organs up under my ribs as possible so I can flatten and pull in. You can squeeze your bottom even if it helps you find some of these lower abdominals, and then adjust, but keep pulling in. It's a hold. You have to take tiny sips of air in and out, but keep pulling it in, become more aware, and kind of incorporate it into your day when you're driving, doing dishes. Anytime you kind of think about it, pull it in. And the more you do it, the more you'll remember to do it, and it's a great and easy way to strengthen those deep core muscles. All right. So keep holding it in, and now I'd like you to lift, lift. Good. As you pull your stomach in, it assists to pull the knee up. Pull, pull. Oops. A little bit of balance work. Lift. Try not to let the leg just drop. Lift, lift, lift. And we'll switch sides. Good. Pull the stomach in, don't forget. We're also working our hip flexors. Lift, lift, extend, lift, extend. So contracting your muscles and lengthening your muscles are both important for getting sleek, toned muscles. All right, we'll switch sides again. Lift and pull the muscles in the belly. Lift the knee. Lift. You can kind of turn towards that leg. Lift. And you're deepening the contraction if you don't fall over. Good. It's like a standing crunch. Switch sides. Inhale, exhale, pull it in. Kind of turn into the knee. Good. Guys, you're doing very good. 2 more. Good. All right. This time, reach up with your right arm, and we'll be lifting this leg again. I'd like you to think about the stretch. Pull your belly in, and then the over, the crunch. Extend, crunch. Lengthen, crunch. Lengthen every time, then crunch. So lengthen, then pull the belly in. All right, other side. Good. There's a lot going on. Lengthen, then pull it in, crunch. Lengthen, lengthen, crunch. Lengthen. 1 more. Very nice. Good. Let's shake that off a little bit. Lean over, shift around, one hip. Let's see, I'm shifting a shoulder and a hip. Shoulder and a hip. Whatever releases that tension for you. Very good. All right, let's use the chair just kind of as a reference point. So we're strengthening the core as well as the glutes, which is part of your core. So as you stay fairly close to here, we won't be leaning over. I would like you to pull, let's pull your, what's everybody doing? Your right leg, pull your right leg back. Good. Now, release the tension into your neck. Make sure you're not forward. Get the neck straight. Pull the stomach in. Squeeze your bottom. You can touch if you need to see if you're actually contracting that muscle. You might be, but you can't feel it. Good. And we're just holding it. Let's draw that heel up. Charlie horse. If you get a Charlie horse, just extend. Touch. Lengthen. All right. Let's just flex, lengthen, flex, and lengthen. Your standing leg, push that into the floor. Pull your stomach in. Long, pretty spine. Oops, try to relax the neck. And release. Good job. All right, let's switch. Switch. Pull your left leg back. Good. Now, try to figure out, maybe you have to look. If your toes are turning away from you, turn them towards the floor. Flex that foot. Squeeze the bottom. Pull in your belly. Start over again. Bring that toe towards the floor if it turned away. Pull in your belly. Be tall. Squeeze. Now let's bend, extend, and reach. Bend, extend, and reach. Slow conditioning exercises. 1 more. Good. And release. Well done. All right, let's tuck that tailbone under. At least for me, I tend to tense up quite a bit in my low spine. All right, we'll do some of those again. All right, so back, lift, 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 lift. From all of our sitting or just being unaware, we lose the muscles in our butt, and our butt is part of keeping us strong and independent, getting us out of chairs, out of the couch, out of your vehicle by yourself. If your bottom has seemed to have slid off your backside and you have back pain, those two things go together. Let's lean over. Extend. Lift, lift. Press your standing foot into the floor. You can use the seat for balance. Lift. Try to keep those toes towards the floor. Now hold. Squeeze your butt. Flex that foot. That'll help you find your hamstrings and your glutes. All right, and up. Good work. All right, switching legs again. So we'll start by pulling them back, making sure your toes are towards the floor, stomach's pulled in, and lift. Little lifts, little squeezes. Good. Long, straight spine. Sure. Yeah. If you need to bend your standing knee, you can. All right, let's lean it over. Good. Squeeze, squeeze. Then a couple mule kicks. We'll draw the knee side by side, and without swinging, just a purposeful push. Two knees side by side. Extend. One more. And hold. Long spine. Let's squeeze the butt to lift. Lift. All right, very nice. All right, let's round that back. Exhale. Let's just let that head fall down through your arms. Very good. All right, let's stretch your hip flexors. All right, let's press back behind you and press that heel down. Good. And so your front knee's a little natural bend in it. Most of the weight's on your back leg. Try to toe out. A couple of you, it looks like you're struggling because your feet toe out the other way. Yeah. So if you look at your feet, think of this. All right, lift, exhale. And your other foot would probably toe out if that feels okay for you too, Sarah. The other direction. Yeah, that might feel more natural. All right, and come out of it. Let's go the other way. Sometimes it's hard to know what's happening down there if you can't see. That's one of your senses, knowing where your body parts are without looking. And I really want to help you to redevelop that. Good, lift. That's all part of fall prevention. Having your muscles be strong and all those neurotransmitters, muscular neurological pathways being really fast and not clogged up, just to put it in layman's terms. All right, let's use the chair now, and we'll start working our way down towards the floor. So let's start by facing the chair. I like to teach people how to squat effectively. So if you walk until your knees are against the seat, okay? If you're here and then you just do that, that's not really what I'm talking about. Keep going until the chair's against your legs. All right, now you can spread your feet as wide as inside of the chair legs. And to lean over, what has to happen? Your butt has to go backwards, and your arms have to go forward so you don't fall backwards. Sort of like cleaning your bathtub, right? Your feet are right there, and to reach that far wall, you got to stick your butt back and scrub. So this is a very useful exercise. Real life. Okay, reach and up. Reach and up. Reach and up. Reach and up. So this is a squat, and what I like about people squatting like this is it's easier on your knees, and it also develops your hamstrings and your glutes, and it's easier on your back as well. Let's hold part way. Let's pull in the stomach. Stretch your back by lifting those arms and come up. Really good. All right. So let's put your feet together now, and let's reach it back pretty far. Good. And now we'll start to put your weight on this back leg. Good. So the chair is going to keep your knee from going forward as well, and that's what I like. So when you want to move the chair, it's better if you just move your back foot. Okay? Don't move the chair to accommodate your knee. Move that back leg. All right, let's just bend the back leg. Hold. Push through your 2 feet and come up and down. Now, if you'd like some assistance with the chair, then put the chair on your side, but don't let that knee go forward. Just a little down and a hold is all you need. Pull in your stomach still, don't forget. Hold. 2. Push both your feet. Activate your legs. Whoop. And up. All right, we'll go back with the other leg, okay? Big step back. And as you bend your knees, think about keeping a nice 90-degree bend in each knee. You can squeeze your bottom. Push your feet into the floor. Pull in your stomach. We'll come up. Good, and down. Good. So these are good glute exercises. Up and down. One more. Up and down. We'll do one more exercise before getting all the way to the floor. And you can have your chair in front of you or to the side. If you have it in front of you, you'd be like this. Good. Or you can have it out of your way. We're not actually putting any weight down through the chair. Good. Good. So some rules about doing these pliés is you want your shins in line with your feet, meaning you don't want your knees to go inside of your feet. You want your knees as wide as your foot. So you have to look and kind of see. And if you can't get your knees as wide as your feet, you'll want to just turn, keep your heel in place and turn so that your knees travel in the same plane as your foot. Now, if your feet are too close and you see how my knees are going past my toes, that's not too good for your knees either. And I describe this pretty well in my movement tutorial, so you can always go there. The key is to take care of your knees. All right. Getting tired?
No, I said it's too late to take care of it.
Oh, no. It's not too late. Down, 2, 3. Sometimes we really don't have trouble with our knees. It's just the supporting ligaments and tissues have gotten out of balance. They're not as strong as some of the other muscles. And so there's some tricks. Down and up. Let's do press, 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 press. So our legs aren't going anywhere. We're just using our upper body and reaching. Legs are burning. They're burning calories and making energy. Reach, and up. Good work, everybody. All right, so now we'll make our way down to the floor and continue to do butts, legs, and then a stretch for the psoas. So we'll work our way slowly down to our hands and knees. Good. And the first one we'll do is that vacuum exercise. All right, so while you're here, let's push your hands into the mat and pull your stomach up under your ribs. You can push on those lower abs. Keep sipping that air. Try to do long exhales. You can adjust a little bit if it helps you recruit more muscles. Keep pulling in. And we're not doing the scaredy cat. It is just a neutral spine. Keep your hands fairly close to your knees. Stomach pulled in. And with practice, you'll just get better at this and be able to do it longer. And keep reminding yourself to pull the stomach up. You can do this during commercials. All right, so from here, let's extend your left leg. Find your balance because we're going to lift up that right hand. So this is great. Continue pulling in your belly. And now we'll extend that right arm. So we're working your core, your abdominals, your glute on the lengthened leg, your balance, your body awareness. Ask yourself what you're doing with that back foot. Can you flex it? Pulling the toes towards you? Is it in a nice, pretty line? The height as high as your hip? Are your hips side by side or is one lifted to the ceiling? Reach longer through the arm, the raised arm. Keep pulling the stomach in, making it look pretty. Both elbows are straight. And let's relax. Good job. That was a long one. You guys are getting so strong. Cameron tells me too, he's like, your class, your people are strong. And he's not just saying that, he's just like amazed, truly. And you guys are, you've been, 4 or 5 years now. Let's do the other leg. And this is just fitness for everyday living. All right, and then that other arm. Lengthen yourself. Reach further with that arm. Make sure both elbows are straight. Neutral head and neck. Stomach's pulled in. Those toes are towards the floor and flexed. Your hips are level. Hopefully you're not arching your low back. Think about your breathing and try to be still. And lower. Good job. All right, and we'll roll back and walk the fingers away. Let's arch up like a cat and then come up so that you can get one leg out in front of you. If you need to get something extra padding under your knee, take the time to do it. You could also have a chair beside you. Let's walk your front foot just a little bit further ahead. Okay? And squeeze your bottom and let your weight shift forward. Good. The goal is not to get up on your toes like that. It's to open up the right hip. I'm actually going to turn so that you can see a little better what I'm doing. It's this hip we're thinking of opening, so squeeze your bottom and just push through the hips forward. Good. And relax. And now let's lift up this arm. So it's the same arm as the knee that's bent. And you might have to widen this other leg like I just did and reach over. We'll come out of that. We'll do it again. I'll show you what I did. My legs were a little bit too forward and narrow, so I widened this leg so I could lean over. Stretching this fascia down this side from that knee all the way to my elbow. All right, we'll come out of that. Let's do the other leg. So reach it forward. Good. And we'll start by trying to relax the knee that's on the floor so that you can shift your hips forward, stretching through this hip and come out of it. It's a pretty strong pull. So for many of us, just lifting and squeezing the bottom is going to be as much as you can tolerate. Exhale. And then we'll move this upper leg to the side. And we'll lean over, stretching. And once again, having a chair beside you is perfectly good tool, perfectly acceptable. All right, let's exhale and stretch. One more, come up to inhale, exhale, and let your weight, gravity pull you down. Now we'll shift over onto our butts. And we'll do another a psoas stretch. We'll start with your knees really, really wide as you can get your feet and your knees. Okay? And we'll start by just letting gravity pull the leg in, but keep your bottom on the floor. If moving your knee means your hip moves, that's just a sign that you really, really need this exercise because your psoas is very, very short and has lost its flexibility. Lift. And it could be a problem for your low back. Inhale. Exhale. All right, so I like to let gravity pull, and then as I exhale, brief press. Oops, my butt's coming up. Let's do the other side. You can do this laying all the way on your back as well. So first, just let the gravity pull it in, making sure your butt stays down, and then lift, exhale. You may never get a great deal of flexibility here. Maybe you're just born with the hip sockets totally different or a much greater ratio of tendons to muscles than the average person. Inhale, exhale, but it's a good spot to start. All right. All right. Let's just sit up, trying to get the two legs down on the floor. The floor is just a great tool for stretching. It forces you into stretching. If you don't like the floor, it's a good sign you need to be on it. And we'll reach it over. Good. Plan tomorrow's workout right now, and I'll see you next time in class.